Spoiler alert, I really didn't ruin my early retirement, but I did have two major expenses in the last few weeks that I had planned for. So, what do you do to plan for major expenses in your early retirement or retirement? I just needed to buy a car, a replacement car, and my daughter just got married. How do you account for that? Do you just say, hey, here's our expenses and add $500 in every month? Or do you just hope bad things don't happen? Hope, or good things like a wedding. Your roof's gonna fail. Your foundation may have a leak under your house and you may need to fix that. You may need to purchase a replacement car. I've talked about cars on these videos before. My car, I used to drive a 2005 Camry, Toyota Camry. We've gave that car away to somebody that needed it. And I've got my wife's old car. So I now have a 2012 Toyota Sienna with 190,000 miles on it. And we actually bought a brand new Honda Odyssey for my wife. We do a lot of traveling. A lot of you are probably rolling your eyes and saying, why would you buy a new car? We tend to keep cars for 10 to 14 years, depending on how many miles we've put on them. We don't replace them every year, 2 years, or 3 years. We drive them into the ground, and that is where buying a new car can make sense. So, how did I plan for these major expenses? Folks, I've talked about this before. There's a software package called newretirement.com. There is a link below, and full disclosure, I do have an affiliate relationship with them. So excited for that. They give me a little money every time you subscribe to them, but it is phenomenal. That software package is phenomenal. You can put in all your information about your savings accounts, about your plans for retirement, your plans to take Social Security, your plans for when you think you may die. And it runs Monte Carlo simulations for you, talks about taxes. And when you it actually suggests tweaks for you, like, hey, consider moving Social Security back from 62 to 67, and that has a $400,000 impact on you. It is phenomenal. You can put in every 5 years a $5,000 one-time expense, something on your house. You can put in life insurance payouts if one of you were to happen to die early. But it just models everything for you. There are too many moving parts. What can inflation be? What can returns be? Early death? When to take Social Security, IRMA, your Medicare premiums, just everything. It models it all for you and has a plan. So I did just have two major expenses, new car and a wedding, and that was in my plan. I planned for that, so it was not a shock at all. This can destroy your early retirement, force you to go back to work if you don't have a plan. I can't stress this enough. Fail to plan, you plan to fail. You cannot rely on hope and good luck to not have major unforeseen expenses and major seen expenses like a car. You can predict when you're going to need a car. You can predict when you're going to need to put a new roof on your house. But there's insurance deductibles you need to pay. Are you allocating for that in your budget? New Retirement is an exceptional tool for that. They've got a free version, give that a try. But when you get into it, there's so many features that get unlocked with the paid version, like the Monte Carlo simulation, like suggestions that they will say, hey, do Roth conversions. Down to the dollar, it says do a Roth conversion of $86,472 this year, and here's how much you'll save in taxes. And it cost $120. Folks, that's a year. That's priceless compared to using a financial advisor. And if you happen to use a financial advisor, which is a good idea for many people, You will be much more intelligent and ask better questions and have more fruitful discussion if you're not covering some of the basics that New Retirement covers for you. So it's a great investment in your retirement, great investment in your planning, comfort, peace of mind. NewRetirement.com. I know I sound like a salesman here, but you've got to do something to plan for major expenses so it doesn't ruin your early retirement. This is Joe out.